Hello, welcome back to Minecraft. I'm on my Piracy map-y server thingy, and I'm building stuff. Trying to think if I did a load of, I say a load, I did a bit of stone gathering um, off camera because I was running out for some reason. I also made a load of trees and cut down a load of wood because crafting stone into stone bricks costs me lots of charcoal. So now we're all set for charcoal for some time. Managed to repair my tools a bit whilst doing that because XP. So yeah, we're all pretty set to move on to what I'm doing next, which is building that warehouse as I've been talking about for like 3 videos now, 4 videos. So we have the main office warehouse here, and then we're gonna have this warehouse, which I plan the groundwork because this is one that's gonna come out my imagination, and I hope it's going to work because I'm not following a guide. I don't need to follow guides all the time. It's always nice to know the plan before you start building. And yeah, that's the current plan. I'm having a wonderful day. God, I love waking up at like 3 p.m. and you only have to go to work at 10 p.m. Like even the top of a stone, I don't have a lot of stone. I have much. I don't need as much stone brick as that because I want cobble. Then I'm gonna need some spruce. I reorganized my chests a bit more. Just because I'd had some unnamed chests and now they're all named. Hopefully when I build this warehouse I can move everything into there, have a lot more space to play with, and then have all this area to play with. Because I can move all that. I'm going to have to move my mushroom house at some point, which is going to be kind of sad because I like my mushroom house. But that's how it be. Not want those, don't want that, want that. Put you down. Grab the spruce, move some cobble. I probably won't need to do my shovel for a little bit. Yeah, that should do it. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Brain empty, just tired. I'm really sleepy this week. I think it's because I worked the additional day last week, which is a little bit more than what I'm willing to do, but at least I have to do it this week. The joys of starting to buy Christmas presents, which is always exciting because I have never any idea what I'm getting people. Gonna leave this wall blank at the moment because I might extend it further back. I'm gonna see. I have a feeling this is quite a shallow warehouse, so I might take it. Yeah. So that's always good. Nope, don't want to do that. Want to do that. Because I love this year. I don't know why at the moment. I'm really looking forward to Christmas. I haven't had this feeling for like the last couple of years. Last year wasn't so bad. Um, I was ready, but this year I'm ready for Christmas since like October. The only issue is I am very much a we're not celebrating it yet type person. We can hold off a bit. It's not even October yet. So life is always good when I'm gut, because it means I don't have the whole urge to start playing Christmas songs, even though they've been running around my head rent free. Nah, trying to come up with good presents for my sisters. My little sister's pretty easy to buy for. Like, you've heard the giant tortoise situation now. She's quite happy. You can get her a tiny thing. And I mentioned also in that story the tiny adoptable tortoise I brought her as a small stocking filler last year. So she's pretty easy to buy for. Whereas my older sister, it gets a little bit more difficult. I'm so happy I made that jump. Um, Because she's a bit like me. We're not hugely picky with what we want. We don't have a strong need to buy new stuff all the time. Yeah, I think that might work. What I want. Yeah, we're a weird family. None of us particularly need new things, so we just don't buy new things. But no, at the same time, I saw some really nice fandom merch for like Mass Effect. I might buy myself or my sister. Which reminds me, I should play Mass Effect again. It has been so long since I've streamed it. I should really try and put some effort in and organise a couple of hours to play it at some point. Because I miss it. We didn't end on the best part on my playthrough when I was streaming Legendary Edition. So yeah, maybe I'll try and pick that back up in the new year. I think I say this every year, but I have plans of things I want to do, but I'm also like extremely lazy and quite procrastinating. So I have plans, but I never complete them. It doesn't help that a few of the things that I had planned and had actually started working out all died with my laptop. Because I was making video files. Not, yeah, well, no, not video files, just files. Oh, I did make some video files of. I wanted to do a ABC Minecraft where you find things in Minecraft for the ABCs, and it was going quite great. I'd completed like 50% of the things. So I had to set them up. They were meant to be funny, so it was more setting up rather than um yeah, rather than just whipping them out. Don't do that. Upside down. It just meant it took a bit longer, and so I've lost all that, which I'm happy about. That looks way too staircasey. Hmm. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I might edit it in a bit. But then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, there was a script I was writing for a scripted video. Not like roleplay or anything. It was a lore dive on Herobrine, which I was creating. I lost that as well. Though to be fair, I've been set on that for quite a few months, so that one was my own fault. Didn't say that. I could have finished making it months ago. Let's say I get Ireland. I've got a huge issue with weather. I'm trying to resource gather yesterday, and all I got every 20 minutes was thunderstorms. But yeah, so those are the two things I wanted to achieve this year, and I'd achieved neither of them because I'm great. I also, as I've mentioned a couple of times, wanted to try another new games. That didn't happen, but now I've got the newer laptop, I have less of an excuse. I can actually play new things because I have to worry about whether or not my laptop's going to record it or not. Because it will record it. Okay. We'll do another level of stairs both sides and then we'll see what's happening. trying to decide what other games I want to play. I don't want to play like, as much as I like playing games like Mass Effect, actual proper video games, I just, I'm very much into the whole, if the story, I want you guys to enjoy watching the story and not me talking over it. So I tend to just go silent, and if I'm concentrating on something, equally I can't, still haven't quite mastered the task of talking whilst shooting, or talking whilst trying to play. Go away, fly. You're not needed. Yeah, maybe it's something I'll look into. See what's good. See what I'm feeling. Because there's also 50% of my choices I make and what I do. It's what I'm feeling. Even when I'm not feeling great for any reason, I can still usually whip out a video on Minecraft. I just choose whether or not it's going to be a quick, well, quick for you guys, not so much for me, but a build video where I play some music that I find that sounds at least somewhat non-boring. Which, I hate the fact I have a huge classic music taste, because you probably haven't noticed this, because why would you? Mainly because I make a really bad job of doing it. I try and pick music that sounds similar if I'm going to do a time lapse of what you're watching me build. I try to choose similar sounding or similar genre. Now, I don't have musical taste like that. My musical taste bounces around from classical music, rock music, classic rock, and stuff like that. Disney music can be thrown in there at any moment, and then we can go back to the Five Nights at Freddy's songs that Living Tombstone made. We could also throw in a bit of TNT and Revenge. It's just, I'd say my taste bounce around like it's on a pendulum, which makes it really hard for me to decide music, because I'll be going through the YouTube music and be like, how many times have I said music? Take a shot every time I've said music, you'll die at this point. Yeah, every time I look through the store, I'm like, oh, this is good, this is good, this is good. And I've chosen 5 tracks that don't mesh in any way, shape, or form. And I'm going, well, I can't use them all. Which is why I end up using the same source music, though I've lost all those because, once again, my laptop ate everything, including the files I had downloaded. Okay, I feel like I'll probably get away with just having now a flat roof. Let's see, I can always change it. So it's just a bit difficult for me. Okay, that doesn't look too bad actually. I know it's the world's simplest roof, but we'll ignore that. Yeah, it's a little difficult for me to find whatever I want, because I don't know what I want. My wants change every 50 seconds. I might go, oh, I could get some nice classical music for this, and then go away. And don't nick anything. And next time I'm going, you know what, some heavy, metally rock. And I've got some specific boss music style tracks, if I want to play boss music. But usually that's because I'm playing a adventure map type thing, and 50% of the time they already have fun boss music. Just feel like doing that will help finish off the rounding effect. We'll have to see. Yeah. Do want to try quickly though. try. I think I'll keep it like that. The stairs are slightly better. Okay. Yeah, so I was my music, trying to find stuff out. Though last video I've the music that had the guys singing, I tried throwing it in there to see if that was any more interesting to listen to. Plus, since it released quite a few tracks, it was all quite nicely genred. Do I? Nope, no, I didn't mean to move that. Maybe I'll put cobble there and just finish. We'll see. I'll see what the difference looks like. Yeah, so that was different. Not though. To be fair, that type. I'm not a big fan of rapish type music. Yeah, that'll do. So me just listening to it, my own free will was quite amazing in itself. Okay, well I've got that. So now to dig up all the ground. I by personal test, I tend to find that rap music is just a load of music you can't hear or understand, and I like that. They're very similar stylings, no matter who makes it. And I know some people will kill me for that bit and say, enter rap artist here. Their music is so unique, blah de blah. Don't really care, but the tracks I did find felt somewhat different to me. Like, I don't know, I learnt music, I was a music student, but rap has always just sort of escaped me. I feel like I'll be using their tracks a lot more because they meld together a lot better than just the tracks I find. Because I don't know how many of you guys have actually tried to use the YouTube free music store. I call it a store, but you don't buy anything. It's just their copyright, safe to use music. But your options are very limited, let's say. It's not, and you don't really have the best choices available on what to pick. And the worst thing is the search function isn't exactly useful. Especially if you're trying to search by vibe rather than artist or um, sort of song name. Sure, you can search by genre, but even with that, everyone has obviously there are set genres, but then there's the like the feels. So I swear if I would stop doing that, that'd be great. So you could say whether or not it's meant to be cinematic, it's meant to be dark, whether it's meant to be like happy. But everybody has their own different views on that. So I could find something that's cinematic and exactly what I want, or ambient, it's exactly what I want. And then I could search with the exact same tag and find something so completely different, I'm suddenly confused on what I'm looking at. I mean, I couldn't think of a way to help because, quite frankly, I don't know how it works anyway. It just does make it a little bit, makes my job a little bit more difficult when I can't just search the music I want exactly. So if someone could build a device that programs directly into my brain and straight away just will bring up the thing I'm wanting to listen to, that would be great. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. trying to. I really do think I need to extend this. I don't need to worry about it for now. Just gonna build it without a back wall for now. That's fine. So, because I can go another length of 5, it won't mess up for the design at all. To be fair, I might do that anyway, just because then it matches the 3 blocks. But no, music's weird for me. I say that, but I have a feeling everyone's the exact same when it comes to music. There's no real set taste. There's no real set. Those people who say, "Oh yeah, I only listen to hard rock," they are lying. They're listening to Disney music in their free time. I can, even though I generally dislike, as said, listening to rap music, I'm not one of these people who would immediately disqualify it as music. I mean, some of it I would. Like, I'm not a saint. Some of it I have heard, especially a lot of the mainstream stuff, sounds awful. But it's not. It's just not what I enjoy. Whereas someone's gonna come around and be like, "You listen to classical music? Why that? It's horrible. It's no. Have you listened to the 1812 Overture? Like seriously, they used cannons in it. How much more metal of music can you get when they actually use cannons as a percussion instrument?" Try to do a stone floor. What's in this one? Is it just a stone floor? Yeah, okay. So, since I was brought up on stuff like Pink Floyd and Disney, it's my music tastes have never been amazing. I love how I delve into the weirdest topics. I mean, music isn't a weird topic, but it just is something slightly strange to go on about for 20 minutes. Or however long I've been doing this. Though, it could be worse topics, I suppose. You'll get to listen to a little bit more about me, which I'm sure you're all desperate to hear. And it's about my weird stance on what classes as music. There. So I find it amusing that, like, both me and my sisters, so both my sisters, both of them, and me, we're all musically inclined. My older sister and my younger sister are quite talented, to be fair. They're, like, don't get me wrong, they're not. I mean, it might just be the selfishness and the jealousy speaking, but they're musically gifted. They're not like genius or prodigies though. But they could both sing quite well. And then my little sister could play violin. She can give a stab at just about any instrument she decides she wants to try and play. Like she tried learning flute. Stop raining. A little while back. Whereas I can sing, but not very well anymore. I used to sing relatively well. I probably have mentioned before. When I did music, that's what I did. I sung. But my talent for it, because I don't practice nearly enough. And for those people who rely on practice, Jesus Christ, go practice your instruments right now. Like, especially if you haven't picked up in a while, you're going to realise that you now suck and you need to practice more. Jesus, I did not never expect to lose the ability to sing that quickly. I think I lost it in a month. It might just be that I was actually a terrible singer and I've only just really realised. But for those of you who haven't practiced your instrument, haven't sang in a while, go do it. Just enjoy. Okay. You deserve to play. And on that note, on that very happy musical note, I'm gonna end the video. Um, I will probably, if I'm gonna extend it, I'll work that out off camera and finish the extension off camera. So don't worry about that. When I come back, it'll either be double the size or still missing a back wall. You'll find out. It's always fun, this series. I half finish a project and be like, you'll find out in a bit. So hopefully next week. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, and subscribe if you can. Tell me what awesome you think I'm awesome. Tell me terrible if you think I'm terrible. Please pick up your instrument and play or have a sing song. This is Missy signing off. Goodbye.